This is the world's most insane slide. And this is just one of 20 extreme slides included in this video. Every new slide increases the fear factor. Starting with the most tame of them all at number 20, the Sky Slide, which connects floors 70 and 69 of the US Bank Tower in Los Angeles. Damn, that's high! While it may only take 4 seconds, if you're scared of heights, even the first slide might be too much to handle.
Tell my wife and my son that I love them.
Perched a dizzying 1,000 feet above the streets of downtown LA, this see-through slide gives riders a true 360-degree experience, and that includes looking straight down. It takes a special kind of courage to trust a suspiciously transparent surface, but the view is totally worth it. And it takes balls of steel to take on the Insano, crowned the current fastest water slide in the world. Found in Brazil's beach park in Fortaleza, this thing towers 130 fun, are much more dangerous. But if you take all the fun things from a water slide and remove the water, you get number 18, Brazil's Boia Cross Slide, the high-octane thrill ride with a colorful surprise ending. This might look like a kid's ride, but make no mistake. You pick up some serious speed hurtling down the slope. And just to make your day just that little bit more colorful, your ride ends with a rainbow explosion of colored balls. Stunning and brave. But if you fancy yours, check out the best rainbow road since Mario Kart. It may look fairly gentle at first, but that final jump gets you some serious air. But if you'd prefer to act like a high-speed skipping stone across a lake, check this out. Riders at the top of the Paragos Club slide in Brazil have to undergo a safety briefing each time before being handed a bodyboard. At high speeds, there's a good chance riders... Located in the Olympic Park in London, riders have to strap on a protective helmet before setting off. From high-speed moments of pure darkness to high-altitude glimpses of the London skyline, you have to ride it several times just to take it all in. But if extreme is more your style, how about this full-throttle twist on an old favorite? The K90, an extreme tubing hill in Utah that riders need to qualify and sign a waiver for. It might not look like it, but this thing slides just like snow. And those inner tubes, those circular death traps, gain some crazy speed on the way down. In fact, riders can reach speeds of up to 50 miles an hour, and not always while facing forwards. You really have no control which way your tube will spin as you hurtle down. But the euphoric rule is well worth the long walk back to the top. But what happens when your version of fun is only available the day after an extreme weather event? This water slide in the Philippines is one slow trek back up the slope to do it all over again. Some might argue that flying is just as fun as falling, and this next slide would definitely agree. Quick warning before we go any further, things have been pretty tame up until now, but every slide from here on out could cause some serious injury if you're not careful or know what you're doing. Welcome to Frenzy Water Park, the home of the water jump. Never mind the near vertical drop. It's the sharp jump at the end that sorts the men from the boys. You've got a few options, from kiddie-sized jumps to the Big Kahuna. With enough speed, the aerial acrobatics can be breathtaking. But one wrong move, and you've got a one-way ticket to Belly Flop Town. Yep, that'll probably leave a mark. But if you thought the chance of bruising was high on this slide, wait till you see what we have in store for number 11.
Oh boy!
The slide at Mammoth Park was either designed by an intern engineer. The slide was also hired to build this next nightmare machine, a slide notoriously known as the Backbreaker. It's number 10, and if you value your spine or the ability to walk afterwards, you may want to rethink this one. By the final hump, you can say goodbye to your tailbone and your dignity. Speaking of slides designed to break you, the giant slide at Belle Isle Park in Michigan comes with a very strict safety demonstration before you're allowed on. Obviously, some people are just way too excited to pay attention, because the fallout of not leaning forward means a lot of bouncing and bruised bodies and butts. In fact, watching people bounce around has become a favorite pastime of everyone visiting the park. And wipeouts are so common, you can be sure that if you make a fool of yourself, it'll probably end up on YouTube. I mean, just look at them, time and time again. But what about a slide for the truly indecisive? This three-way slide has more possibilities than sense. But make up your mind too late, lies. There's nothing you can do. You've reached terminal velocity. Suddenly, the guardrails disappear, and it's just you with a straight drop into a short runway. Most people rocket out of the bottom at incredible speeds, shooting straight off the park and into the sidewalk below. This is one slide that could definitely use a ball pit. But what happens when you remove the guardrails on slides with sharp corners? You get this. The whiplash-inducing death trap that someone approved for kids. If you want to test out your ragdoll physics, this is the best way to guarantee you some uncontrollable airtime. Up next at 5 is a cross between a Hot Wheels set and a slip and slide. Introducing a water slide so intense, you need to wear a helmet and have a support crew on hand with crash pads just in case. Yep, this slip and slide involves an insane loop-the-loop before launching you into a final jump. It does look pretty dope though. It's in excess of 50 miles an hour before finally coming to rest. I'm starting to question if this thing is even legal. Strap in, because it's about to get even crazier. Of all the places to slide downhill, the most insane is clearly down the side of a volcano. When a mistake could mean cooking in a pool of boiling magma, you want to make sure you know what you're doing. With your feet strapped to a custom board, thrill seekers slice through volcanic ash like it's powdered snow. It's like a gothic toboggan ride where you need goggles and a breathing apparatus just to stay conscious. Then there's the very real danger of falling at speeds away from the nearest hospital. Oh, and you gotta hope you're nowhere nearby if the volcano decides to erupt. Okay, so that's gotta be hard to top, right? Well, how about a slide where the jump literally throws you off the edge of a cliff with nothing but jagged rocks below? This cliff's edge slip and fly is the ultimate in adrenaline-fueled brain damage. You have to be a certified nutcase to try this one, or at the very least,